Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. This is Truth News. I am Walter Bass. It is day 1672 since serial child killer, State Judge Kelly Hansen, kidnapped my son, stuck his dick in my son, and murdered my son. That's right. Let's pay honor and tribute. Everybody look at a serial child killer posing as a state judge out of Riverside County. This man has 16 years worth of victims of children kidnapped, raped, tortured, murdered, and sold. Of course, he's aided and abetted by Sheriff Chad Bianco, District Attorney Mike Hestron, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, Marietta Police Department, Rob Bonta, the U.S. Attorney the Attorney General for California, Gavin Newsom, the Governor of California, Adam Gordon, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of California. All of these people actively participate in the rape, murder, and sale of innocent American children for financial profit, using their public service positions to do so. And let's pay homage to, let me pull it up here, the President of the United States of America, the world's most famous child rapist, Donald J. Trump. Sorry, I throw up in my mouth a little bit now just saying his name. It's so disgusting and vile. I can't imagine a more evil and disgusting human being than that man right there. The world's most famous child rapist, pedophile punk, Donald Trump. Ugh, disgusting. McDonald's is offering the presidential combo at participating locations. Fried baby flesh between the buns of a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. Large fry Diet Coke, $999.99. It's the McFetus sandwich to honor the President of the United States of America and the satanic occult of child cannibals ruling the land of the free and home of the brave. That is the presidential combo: fried baby flesh between the buns of a Filet-O-Fish, large Diet Coke, large fry, $999.99. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Now that we got that out of the way, we can get into tonight's show, which is all about the world's most evil man, the Antichrist, Donald J. Trump, the pedophile punk, and it sickens my stomach to even say his name. I throw up in my mouth a little bit when I see or hear him. He is indeed the Antichrist, the axis of evil, the head of the Epstein files, which is why they still haven't been released. And he has fired Pam Bondi and put in Todd Blanche. And the first thing Todd Blanche said was, "We are done with the Epstein files. No investigations, no arrest. We are turning the page. There's no more files to release." Thank goodness we have Thomas Massie, who told him, "You have 30 days to comply with the law or you will be criminally liable." We'll see what happens. But, I remember on the campaign trail, and not long after he took office, Antichrist, pedophile punk Donald Trump, the world's most famous child rapist, said we would be sick of winning. I'm sick of winning. He was right about that. I'm sick of winning. If winning means children are dying and being raped, I'm sick of it. Absolutely. If winning means the Epstein files never get released, yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of winning. If winning means $4 a gallon for gas, yeah, I'm sick of winning. If winning means no jobs, absolutely no jobs added to the U.S. economy in the last quarter, yeah, I'm sick of winning. Winning sure is getting costly and destroying the United States of America. I'm not sure who's winning or what exactly they're winning. I'm not sure what the prize is. It looks to me like the fastest fall of an empire in the history of humanity. In what, 15 months? 15 months, we have mass murdered children. We have dropped Tomahawk missiles on children. We have kidnapped Venezuela's president. We have raised gas prices, doubled them from what they were. We have raised grocery, rent, and electric prices on all Americans. We have cut 20 million Americans off of Medicaid. Yeah, winning is really destroying the United States of America. So yeah, I'm sick of winning. Yeah, pedophile punk Donald Trump was right about that. I am sick of winning. If winning means $200 billion spent on a war, while 20 million Americans are cut off of their Medicaid and Medicare, while we can't afford daycare, we can't afford to take care of American children while their parents go to work, but we can afford $200 billion to blow up schools in foreign countries. Yeah. How's that winning? Who's winning? What are they winning? Let me guess, the 165 children mass murdered by the United States military in Iran was Democrats. They must have been Democrats. Those little 10 and 11-year-old girls who were mass murdered must have been Democrats. That justifies murdering children nowadays. They're Democrats. I believe pedophile punk Donald Trump referred to the Epstein files as a Democratic hoax. That's right. Children who were raped must be Democrats. That justifies raping children if they're Democrats. This is the same man who said, we don't need the Strait of Hormuz. We don't use it. It's mainly for other countries. It will open naturally on its own. And then he said, open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. So how do we not need it? We don't use it. It doesn't matter. Then it's going to open on its own. And then it's open the effing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. I think to call him a psychopath is an insult to psychopaths. I really do. I think he is the true Antichrist. I've never seen a more vile, evil, and disgusting human being than Donald J. Trump. Rapes children, murders children, laughs about it, lies about it, and says that anyone who objects to it is low IQ. Tucker Carlson's the latest low IQ person. Who actually, Tucker Carlson is very well read, very well informed, very intelligent, very well spoken. But according to Donald J. Trump, who raped 13-year-old Katie Johnson against her will, along with many other children, Tucker Carlson's low IQ because he believes in the Bible and humanity and has a conscience and morals and values. See, a pedophile, a rapist, they have no use for morals and values and ethics and a conscience. A man who mass murders children laughing about it, there's no conscience there. So, this war, on top of $200 billion, we've had 25 down aircrafts, 0 pedophiles arrested from the Epstein files. No Les Wexners, no Mark Zuckerbergs, no Jeff Bezos, no Elon Musks, no Howard Lutnicks, no Donald Trumps. No, not for the mass rape, murder, and sale of children. Not one single investigation, not one single arrest. Nothing. Dead children buried in New Mexico on Zorro Ranch. No arrest. Matter of fact, in the words of Ted Cruz, Their position is, can we all please stop attacking pedophiles? That's Senator Ted Cruz. Can we please stop attacking pedophiles? That's the stance and position of the United States government regarding the rape and murder of children. Can we stop attacking the people who rape and murder children? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. How about you stop raping and murdering children? How about that? How about Kash Patel stops with his Israeli honeypot and stops aiding and abetting in murders of like Charlie Kirk, which, how's that when Charlie Kirk's dead? Publicly assassinated, covered up, lied about, protected by the FBI, who is the biggest terrorist organization on planet Earth. The FBI are terrorists. They have assaulted me several times. They have falsified my background. They have just terrorized my family for 1,672 days. Financially, psychologically, emotionally, physically, terrorized me because I reported 16-year career child sexual predator and murderer, State Judge Kelly Hansen, who's a devout Mormon. Because I reported him to the FBI took the position of, well, he's been doing it for 16 years and he's got thousands of victims of children he's kidnapped, raped, and murdered. And Mr. Bass, you're a nobody. You're just one guy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to terrorize you into silence, just like they've done with the Epstein survivors, just like they've done with countless others, on and on and on. The United States government's the biggest terrorist regime on planet Earth. And all they do is project onto other nations about them being terrorists. Iran hasn't done anything to us since 1978. Nothing. They've been minding their own business, doing whatever they do. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we need $200 billion to mass murder their children, blow up hospitals and schools and gyms and bridges. Why? Why? Because the President of the United States of America rapes and murders children. Everybody knows about it, and he don't want anyone to talk about it. In his own words, can we just shut up about this Epstein guy? Can we just move on? No. No. Nobody's moving on. You rape and murder children. Donald J. Trump. You're a murderer. You're a child rapist. You're a pedophile. You're a killer. You're a psychopath. You are the Antichrist. I've read enough of my Bible to know the Antichrist when I see him. And it's not just him. It's not just Donald Trump. It's Lindsey Graham. It's all of them. It's Markwayne Mullins. It's Todd Blanche. It's Pete Hegseth. It's Scott Bessent. It's Caroline Leavitt. All of them collectively are they're anti-Christ. They are not pro-Christ. They don't stand for anything Christ stood for. Love, integrity, honesty, the truth. No. No, there is no truth in them. So zero pedophiles arrested. We have cannibalism of children in the United States of America. That's right. In the United States of America, human beings are eating children. Not only are they eating them, they make jokes about it, laugh about it, and think it's funny. I have been laughed at for years by every law enforcement and intelligence agency and politician across this country. Laughed at, mocked, ridiculed, smited, ignored, called crazy, dismissed. Been through it all. Been through it all over and over and over again. So a grown man, State Judge Kelly Hansen, could stick his dick in my 7-year-old child. That's what this is all about. These videos on YouTube. You don't know about the hundreds of thousands of emails I've sent every single day since 2021. Thursday, September 9th, 2021, this started. My 7-year-old son was kidnapped. Monday, September 13th of 2021, I walked into the FBI San Diego field office with a folder full of evidence of child sex trafficking by Ann Unmarked of Project Touch, State Judge Kelly Hansen, the Marietta Police Department, Riverside County Sheriff's Department, the whole cabal of Riverside County in Southern California. And the FBI has terrorized me ever since. using civilians, terminating bank accounts, falsifying my background, physically assaulting me, threatening me. I have been threatened to be murdered numerous times from Oklahoma City to California. Threatened to be murdered so a grown man could stick his dick in my 7-year-old son. And why? Because that grown man's a state judge with 16 years worth of victims of children. He has kidnapped, raped, tortured, murdered, and sold 16 years, thousands of children. And the FBI looks at it as what's easier to deal with. Walter Bass, the one man who won't shut up and go away, or a state judge who's a devout Mormon who's connected with Riverside County and the Sinaloa cartel, who has 16 years worth of child victims. Kidnapped, raped, tortured, murdered, and sold. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the United States of America in 2026, where eating, raping, murdering, and selling children is the top priority of the United States government. Let's see, the United States of America is being laughed at worldwide. Worldwide, Iran is making video after video laughing at the United States of America. Why? Because we have a child rapist for a president. A man who rapes and murders children is the president of the United States of America. And Iran, China, Russia, all of the countries around the world are laughing at us, mocking us. So an 80-year-old pedophile with dementia can do whatever he wants and get away with it. No accountability. Why? Because of his last name, because of his bank account, because of his employment status. See, financial and employment status determine laws in the United States of America. You can do whatever you want if your name is the right name, or you work in the right office building, or if you wear the right clothes, or if you know the right people. You can eat children. You can make jerky out of the flesh of babies, put it in baggies, and ship it around the world with no accountability. Matter of fact, the FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, they will help you. The FBI will help you eat children, rape children, murder American citizens. This is all the truth. Every bit of this is truth. It's not exaggerated. I'm not being hyperbolic. I am not adding or subtracting anything. This is just the cold, hard truth, put as simple as possible. Venezuela cost us $700 million to kidnap the president of Venezuela. $700 million is what we spent on that operation. $200 billion asked for in the war of Iran. We've already spent, I think, 20 or 30 billion on that war. That's not a war. That's an excursion. That's a military strike. That's a war that we lost. We got our butts kicked. The United States is an embarrassment on the world stage because an 80-year-old child rapist and murderer with dementia resides in the Oval Office. And nobody will do anything about it. Nobody. Except do what he says or be fired. An 80-year-old child rapist with dementia tells everybody either do what I say or be fired. And they're like, sir, yes, sir. Best of the best, sir. It's the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. I am sick of winning. If all of this is winning, if raping and murdering children means we're winning, I don't want to win. I don't want to win. If murdering innocent children with Tomahawk missiles is winning, I don't want to win. If protecting pedophiles is winning, I don't want to win. Some things are worth losing for. Nancy Schaefer said that not long before she was murdered for exposing child sex trafficking by the United States government. She lost her Senate seat for speaking out to protect children from the United States government, who rapes, murders, and sells children. And Georgia Senator Nancy Schaefer said that in her Eagle Summit Conference speech. She said, I lost my Senate seat, but some things are worth losing for. And I believe protecting children, it's worth losing for. I've given up everything for my son, not just my son, all these kids. I've given up my peace of mind. I've given up jobs. I've given up money. I've given up housing. I lived in a car for 3 years. I didn't work for years. I couldn't even get Western Union for years. I don't even know if I can get Western Union to this day. I gave up everything because I didn't agree with this man sticking his dick in my 7-year-old son. That's what it all boils down to. That is what it all boils down to. I didn't agree with that man sticking his dick in my 7-year-old child. Therefore, the FBI made me live in a car for 3 years, assaulted me 3 times, put me on 3 mental health holds, because that's the modus operandi. If you serve God, tell the truth, and try to protect children in the United States of America, well, the government thinks you're crazy. That is a crazy thing to do in the United States of America in 2026, try to protect children. If you don't agree with children being raped, murdered, or eaten by the United States government, then you must be crazy. That's their stance. They've made that abundantly clear for the last 15 months. Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, Ghislaine Maxwell, Donald Trump. Every one of them have made it abundantly clear. Raping, murdering, and eating children should be accepted on a mass scale in the United States of America in 2026, or you'll be punished. I'm sick of winning. If that's what they call winning, I don't want to win anymore. I do not want to win. I don't want anything to do with this government. I don't want anything to do with pedophiles. I don't want anything to do with child rapists. I don't want anything to do with the United States government because they are a satanic cabal of cannibals that eat children. Period. Full stop. That's the extent of it. I haven't seen or heard from my son since 2021. 2021. Let me pull up a picture. 2021 since I've seen or heard from my child in the United States of America. So a pedophile could stick his dick in my 7-year-old son and I didn't agree with it. That's what it boils down to. Because I didn't agree with a pedophile sticking his dick in my 7-year-old son, I've been punished by the FBI. Because Kelly Hansen couldn't stick his dick in that child, and I had to go and say something. I had to go and email and go to the FBI and make phone calls and put in for federal casework with Thomas Massey, Ro Khanna, Robert Garcia, Sarah Jacobs, Tom Cole, Mark Wayne Mullen. I've put in for federal casework across this country. Marjorie Taylor Greene. When I started this crusade to advocate for children, Kevin McCarthy was Speaker of the House. His aide laughed at me. Kevin McCarthy's aide laughed at me. Riverside County said I had delusions of grandeur. If you think, this is what they said. They said, Mr. Bass, if you think you're going to stop child sex trafficking, you have delusions of grandeur. Because I don't want children to be sexually assaulted, raped, and eaten. That is a delusion of grandeur. According to Riverside County, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, 3rd District, told me Donald Trump ate my child. Laughing. Let's call him right now. We're at the 23-minute mark. We got a few minutes. I called the Library of Congress 911 because they blocked me from every other number. Every other number in this country has blocked me because I call every day.
What's the case emergency?
Hi, it's going to be 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'd like to report the cannibalism of children, please. This is 911 on Washington, D.C. This is what we get for $1 billion. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just count, please.
They hang up. We pay $1 billion a year for these people to rape and eat children and laugh and make jokes about it. This is what they do. They don't say a word. They either laugh, make jokes. These are the people who told me Donald Trump ate my child. These people called me in 2024 when I was in Grand Junction, Colorado, going to Lauren Boebert's office, putting in for federal casework, dropping off evidence. They told me your child is dead. Stop calling. And then look at them now. They're on the phone. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about the mass murder, rape, and sale of children? Eating children. What do you have to say? There's the number. 202-707-7111. That is the Library of Congress 911. I call these people every single day. Every day they laugh at me. Every day.
Intelligence Operations Center. How may I help you?
You're on Truth News. What do you have to say about the cannibalism of children, the rape, murder, and sale of children?
Nothing.
Why not? I've been calling you every day for 1,672 days.
I don't have an opinion on that.
There's not an opinion. Are you law enforcement? Yes or no?
Who are you?
Are you law enforcement? Yes or no? This is Truth News.
No.
This is Truth News, a podcast on YouTube, and you are on the air right now. What do you have to say? Yeah, absolutely.
Truth News podcast? What are you talking about? Do you have a question for me?
Yeah. The United States government stole, murdered, and ate my child, according to Metropolitan Police Department. I want my child's teeth back.
You want your child who was eaten up?
Teeth.
Is that what you're saying?
I want my child's teeth back that was eaten.
Your child's teeth back?
Yes, murdered and eaten by the United States government. Now here comes the patronization.
So let me
Look at these people. Look at how stupid and evil these people are.
What proof do you
Evil.
have?
Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, 3rd District told me that. Why would Washington, D.C. Metro...
You believe that? Is that my understanding?
Now we shouldn't believe the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Do you hear these people? They tell you something and then they say, why are you believing that?
Your child was eaten up by the Metropolitan Police Department?
No, by Donald Trump. Donald Trump ate, according to Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, 3rd District.
You believe that Donald Trump ate your son?
Well, he has eaten children. It's in the Epstein files. There's 1,000 references to jerky being made out of the flesh of babies. See?
He ate like McDonald's, like a Big Mac or something.
No, it's called the McFetus. It's called the McFetus sandwich. They eat babies. It's in the Epstein file.
They eat
See?
Babies.
Look at this guy.
Seen that.
See, this is what they do. They act stupid. Children are being raped, murdered, and sold, and these people patronize me. Patronize me, ridicule me. They think eating children is something that's funny. What's funny about eating children? What's funny? Listen to these people.
Do you hear anyone laughing?
You hear them laughing?
You hear anyone laughing? I ain't laughing.
He's laughing.
Listen, you're laughing. I ain't laughing.
I'm on video and you are too. This is a recorded line.
Hey, listen. You know what? I don't like being recorded. Bye-bye.
Look, I don't like being recorded. Bye-bye. You see? They want to record us, but they don't like being recorded. Let's call them back. I do this every day with these people. Also, a grown man could stick his dick in my 7-year-old son. All this so a grown man could stick his dick in my 7-year-old son. 1,672 days of this. Look at this. They don't even answer now. Yeah, we're at day 1,672 since the government stole my child.
You have any questions?
I want my child's dead body or dental remains back.
You'll get it back.
Yeah,
Wait by the door.
Yeah, you see look at these people. Look at these evil people. This is the United States of America in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. This is the hubris, the arrogance, and the ignorance on full display across the board. I've gone through this with the FBI. I've gone through this with Homeland Security. I've gone through this with Oklahoma City, local, state, and federal law enforcement, the Secret Service. Me and my mother went to the Secret Service here in Oklahoma City. Filed a report with them. Nothing. I called the FBI 31 times. The FBI has blocked my phone calls. Because nobody's interested in stopping the rape, murder, and sale of children. Nobody cares that cannibalism of children is happening in the United States of America. It's in the Epstein files. We all know it. Jerky being made out of the flesh of babies. And these people laugh. They think it's a joke. And when they tell you, oh, Donald Trump ate your child, and you confront them with that, I have it on recording. I have that on recording. And when you confront them with it, this is what you said. Oh, and you believed us because we said that? Capitol Police Intelligence told me my son was dead in 2024. And now they're like, oh, we didn't say that. Got it all on recording. Got it. And you heard what he said. I don't like being recorded. These people are evil and satanic. And all of this, I'm going to remind you, every phone call, every video, every email, all the FBI using civilians to study me, to interrogate me, to investigate me, to assault me, because they got to maintain plausible deniability. There's those magical words the intelligence agencies live and die by. Plausible deniability. If you ever hear those words, that means you're in trouble. Also, that child could get a dick stuck in him. All of this is so that child could have Kelly Hansen stick his dick in him. Every bit of this. And they think it's funny. They think it's funny to stick dicks in children. I don't find it funny. I find it sick. It makes my stomach turn. I find it grotesque. Who looks at a child and even thinks like that? Let alone these people in positions of power. The Ted Cruz's, the Lindsey Grahams, the Donald Trumps, the Kelly Hansens. All of these serial child rapists. Howard Lutnick. Howard Lutnick goes on TV. Me and my wife went to Epstein's house and he was gross. He was gross. But he took his kids to the island. Took his kids to Rape Island. We have an island known for raping children in the United States of America. Rape Island. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's close with a Bible verse. We're going to go with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. We'll start at verse 1. Now, as to the times and the epochs, brethren, you have no need of anything to be written to you. For you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night. While they are saying peace and safety, then destruction will come upon them suddenly like labor pains upon a woman with child, and they will not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day would overtake you like a thief. For you are all sons of light and sons of day. Let me tell you, the truth is the light. The best disinfectant is sunlight. And that refers to the truth. The truth puts a light on everything. It shows everyone who they are. You tell the truth about somebody, we know who they are. We know the President of the United States is a pedophile, a murderer, and a rapist. That's it. That's the truth. We know a satanic cabal of child cannibals roams this country from Hollywood to Pedophile Hill. We know it for a fact. It's the truth. We are not of night nor of darkness, so then let us not sleep as others do. Don't be asleep. But let us be alert and sober. For those who sleep do their sleeping at night, and those who get drunk at night. But since we are of the day, let us be sober, having put on the breastplate of faith and love, and as a helmet, the hope of salvation. For God has not destined us for wrath, but for obtaining salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, so that whether we are awake or asleep, we will live together with him. Therefore, encourage one another and build up one another, just as you are also doing. Encourage and build up one another. Do you hear Donald Trump or the government or anyone building up or encouraging each other? No. All I hear is hate, evil, lust, greed, lies, maliciousness, malevolence. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. 1,672 days of this, hundreds of thousands of emails, hundreds of thousands of phone calls, YouTube videos now starting to be produced. I'm over 100 videos in, all for one purpose. Because my son is a victim of child sex trafficking, kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and murdered by the United States government, who refuses to return his teeth, toenails, fingernails, or hair. I cannot get my child's dead body back from the United States government because they are evil, satanic, child rapists and murderers. That's the truth. Thank you, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Share these videos, and I will see you tomorrow.